we tried to take it to a different level. We're a juice that nobody has in the marketplace, because what did your mom always tell you had to eat? She said you had to eat your fruits and your vegetables.
Oh yeah, and who wanted to do that?
Yeah, talk
right,
to me.
Exactly.
Talk to me. And
yeah, I had a boxer that loved spinach, thank God.
yeah, well, there you go. And I had, and I'll tell you, you know, everybody in the world, I believe, has had a beets experience.
Oh my gosh.
And it's probably a subliminal experience that they had when they were kids.
Right.
You know, so when they were like infants, you know, somebody stuck a spoonful of beets and they either loved it or they hated it. And it's probably a pretty intense adventure for a you know, a 1-year-old child to be eating beets. And we probably shouldn't, you know, some can start them that way, some can't.
Right, exactly.
So it's interesting because I mentioned that because we have a beets drink that's called Better Beets, and it's a juice that people either love or people hate. And as we move forward with it, you know, I find that just about anybody can find that they love beets once again. Mm-hmm. So there we are. You know, the goal is for us is to have a healthy alternative that's out there in the marketplace. The goal for us is to get something that's out there that people can enjoy. Right. The goal is not to have throw a banana in something and have a smoothie. The goal instead is to have fresh pressed juice, because you just don't have time, even if you have a juicer, to always use the juicer.
No, you don't. And you know, part of the issue for me of juicing is, first of all, you have to go out and you have to get the vegetables.
Absolutely.
You got to make sure you're doing all of that. Mm-hmm. I'm not unusual. I am a woman on the go. Yep. And there are a lot of women on the go. And there are a lot of kids on the go, a lot of men on the go. But you know, up until this point, to really have a concept like this, where I read the label to Dr. Ronnie, who is, you know, she's a queen of detox over there in Martha's Vineyard. Uh-huh. And you know, she said to me, what are the preservatives? And I said, well, let me tell you, it says no water, no sugar, no preservatives added. Right. So tell our listeners, you know, how it is that you've come up with a formula that is good for you, that's not going to OD kids and everybody else on sugar. Well,
the way that we've done it is we've created the process. We didn't create the process; it was already out there. And I think where we got fortunate is that the technology has come along, where you're able to do some of these things. It's a product that is aseptically produced, which means that it is minimally pasteurized, required by the FDA, but it's immediately cold filled. So we don't let it sit and continue to cook in a vat. We instead immediately cold fill it, and then we refrigerate it as we go forward. Now the beauty of that, Pat, is that it gives us a shelf life that enables us to bring it to the marketplace, to bring it to the consumers. It's almost a scientific process in terms of it coming through the tubing back into the bottle so that it doesn't hit air again. Right. So as a result of that, it gives us a shelf life where if you open it up in your refrigerator, use a little bit of it, put it back in your refrigerator, you can keep it, it's going to have a shelf life for at least 2 weeks. In the stores itself, it allows us to get the distribution out into the marketplace so that people can get it into their refrigerator. Well,
let's talk a little bit about it in terms of the stores, because you know, this is I think we've all gone through this. But as a matter of fact, I'm going to make a confession. I had brought another juice here today. Cool. I had to throw it out.
Sorry to hear that.
I did. I had to throw it out because I didn't refrigerate it. I hadn't opened it yet. The label was very, very, I mean, you know, basically said, you know, if the bottle was swelling. Now, I want to tell you, I didn't have this, it's not like it's been sitting in my car for 3 days. Right. I mean, I just got it yesterday. Okay. The bottle was like swelling. So that, you know, what we're talking, and by the way, it was loaded with sugar. I shouldn't have drank it. It wasn't something I should have had anyway. What you're talking about is something that is 100% natural. And I have to tell you, it tastes fabulous.
Thank you.
I mean, I had the lemongrass. I went right for it. Getting ready to open up the beet juice here. Maybe Michelle, you can open that for me. How did you get this stuff to taste so good?
Well, you know, fruits and vegetables don't need to taste bad. In fact,
that's a new paradigm, by the way.
Well, that's, you know, it's a new paradigm, but at the same time, it doesn't have to be a paradigm shift. Right. I mean, at the end of the day, I love fruits. I love vegetables. I literally sit in the kitchen with the president of the company, which is Simon Decker, And Simon and I will literally go to a store, fill up cartloads of fruits and vegetables.
Wow.
And we will sit down with a juicer, and we're going to determine which ones work together and taste great.
I have to ask you how you came up with these combinations.